I don't want to be in your New World Order hell. Look at the EU Commission. Merkel's threatening the UK not to leave. Merkel warns the UK of isolation if Brexit camp wins vote. Talk about walking corpses, unholy living dead. Hillary's this low-energy goblin zombie, and you look at her followers, I mean, I'm sorry. I don't care what color they are. They look like a bunch of reanimated dead people. David Knight's coming up to honcho the rest of the broadcast the next segment, but I'll take calls. I'm going to stay with him and, go for a while. I did a 2-hour workout yesterday, and I did like an hour one this morning, and it killed me. And so when I'm low energy and struggling, I'm just going to keep going. That's the answer. Just keep going till you find the other side of that. But my low energy days are most people's high energy days. That's kind of bad for folks got to be around me all day, though. But stealth laws attack privacy and travel. That's coming up. Has Facebook become a black hat hacker? Absolutely. Newly disclosed CDC biolab failures, likely a screenplay for a disaster movie. Autonomous cars, smart highways, and the road to serfdom. La Raza, groomed by globalists. We're going to get to all this coming up. But the big thing is the attack on free speech with the EU Commission that's unelected announcing what it's going to do. But let's talk to social justice warrior. That's SJW from California to hear what they have to say. I'm told they disagree with everything. So go ahead. Are you able to talk? Can you talk?
Let's see if we can have a cogent conversation without you making ad hominem attacks.
There is no way you're a social justice warrior. You're actually able to talk. Is this a fake phone call?
We're already starting with your ad hominem attack.
Okay, we're not in debate class, brother. Hillary gave the missile secrets to the Communist Chinese. Okay, I mean, you support a traitor. Go ahead.
Stop, Alex.
Stop, Alex. Stop, Alex. Let me sound real smart. Go ahead. Tell me how the cow ate the cabbage.
I'm really honestly going to ask you a question. If you can stop talking for 25 seconds, I will send you $500.
Go ahead. Well, let's see what you have to say.
Start the clock, Alex. You know, Alex, one thing I've got to say to you is that you are part of the problem, not part of the solution. Clearly, you have gotten into bed with Fox News and Tucker Carlson and the Donald Trump camp and the Larry Nichols and the snake oil sales that you do. It's clearly an operation. What I'd like to ask you is, Alex, who are you really working for? Because you're clearly not working for the people.
Is that your 25 seconds? Because you had a couple seconds left. You talk about ad hominem attacks. You're not getting into politics or issues or any of it. There are a lot of people in a controlled media climate like Tucker Carlson who would get fired if he came out against the globalist over the years. And I've steadily seen him get better. So I want to win a war. And I've had dinner with him and know him personally, and he's a patriot. And he's done as much as he could, and he's getting better as liberty rises. I have had Fox News offer me multiple TV shows, multiple television programs, asked Mancow Muller and refused. And they couldn't believe it that I would not take them. So that's a fact. They want me to fly every weekend to New York and tape a show that'd be on Sunday. No way. Now, if they were here in Austin and I could say what I wanted, yeah, I'd be on Fox News. I'd make the point that Fox is changing. We've won. You know, we've taken over. So I'm going to hold you over because I want to flesh this out with you because we're going under world government. The EU's trying to censor people's speech. All this stuff's happening, and you make it about Alex Jones. Who am I oppressing? Who am I going after other than the classic leftist attack? I'm surprised you didn't throw in the Koch brothers. But now because they're openly against Trump, you can't say that. So, oh, he works for the Koch brothers. Really, I haven't seen one red cent from these people. So it's just all this pseudo-intellectual little bag of tricks. Oh, I've thrown in with the Bill of Rights, Buster. We'll be back. You know, my daughter, older daughter, she heard that like, 6, 7, 8 years ago when she was little, and she goes, she'd already been reading and she'd read some article in Texas Monthly about George Strait. And she goes, he sold more than the Beatles. What do you mean he doesn't have a dime, but what he's got is mine? And I said, sweetheart, he didn't write that song. It's about a rodeoer out of San Antonio who doesn't have anything. And so that's not George Strait talking, but George Strait would probably tell you that all he's got is being an honorable, good person. I know folks that know George Strait. They say he's as good as it gets. And I could kick myself one time. I was invited to a birthday party that Ace in the Hole was playing at, and I didn't go. It's like 100 people. George Strait was there for 2 hours. I'm not a stalker, but I tell you, I really wanted to kick myself in the butt over that one. Okay, enough fanboy stuff about George Strait. But he does just live in between Austin and San Antonio. He's got a ranch out there and his family ranch south of Austin. The great part is he comes from a ranching family, the whole 9 yards, and it's pure Americana. But you know what? I don't have a dime, but what I got is mine. I've got some money. I've got some money saved trying to run this operation for a while if they pulled everything out on us. I mean, I've got, a backup, not much of one. But I understand what it means. I don't have a dime, but what I got is mine. All we have is our freedoms and our integrity and our ancestors and our children. And we're being robbed of that and being turned into a bunch of zombies. And that's what makes me angry. And I was talking to a social justice warrior who's a rare, if I just cared about ratings, because all I like to do is warn folks about the New World Order and kind of act like a honking goose half the time, repeating some of the same stuff. And I apologize because the technocracy, the eugenicist, at the end of the day, what really matters other than the master plan? Hey, the folks running things are out to get us and are really evil. And here they are. And let's do dossiers on each one, which we've done from Soros right down the line. Then it doesn't matter what they're doing grassroots or how they spin it. You know somebody is evil who's in control. The devil is at the wheel. That's what I'm getting at. And I really believe in freedom. I really believe in private property and family and the Second Amendment and the right to follow whatever religion you want or not to. I'm a liberal. I'm a Thomas Jefferson lover. Again, I'm not gay, but I would marry the Bill of Rights. Is the Bill of Rights male, though? All right, I'm going to stop that joke. It's crazy. It's crazy to sit here and to know I'm genuine and to know I'm honorable and to know I'm true and to see the mainstream media, the globalists, the attack dogs, all of them, all they ever try to do is to say, I'm a fraud. When I was on the BBC like 3-4 years ago on their big Sunday morning show, biggest show in the country, I forget the name of it, it's what the big morning show is with the top host, and there was a member of Bilderberg at the meeting coming in next, and I blow up at him and say, this isn't a game, it's not a joke. They say I'm crazy. We go to break. They go, okay, you leave. I stop yelling. They got security guards there about to grab me, and I walk out nicely. They go on air and they say, well, then I've videotaped the Bilderberg guy actually and have a confrontation, but that was a minute later, sorry. He was coming out of the bathroom. Look, you saw it on YouTube. So I started taping as soon as I left. In fact, thank God, he went on air and lied like 3 minutes later after break and said that I had announced it's all fake, I don't mean any of this, I'm a fraud. Well, I started recording actually during the show. That's right, so I was still going. So we put that clip up on YouTube where you actually see me get up, them in my face, I leave, the Bilderberg guy's coming in, we get that on tape. I talked about this yesterday, how I tape these encounters so they can't set me up. And that's what they did with Katie Couric, so she couldn't set them up, see? People don't, we now know they're evil. We now don't just lay there and let the wolves attack. And once you get that mindset, it's game over. We'll kick their butt all day. And he got up on TV and he said, Alex Jones just said to us, he's a liar and he's a fake and doesn't mean any of it. And even the right-wing guy that was attacking me on there claiming, because I don't want all these wars and I'm this big liberal, that was their attack over there. He wouldn't agree with the guy. He's like, isn't that true? The host said. The guy was like, and that's what they do. They say, you're not real. They call into doubt, hoping you're stupid, hoping that when they say Donald Trump said he hates Jews. I want to play that clip in a moment of those kids. I'm going to bring David Knight here in a moment. It's incredible. It's like, because they think you're dumb, they're just hoping you have doubt. Don't have any doubt. Donald Trump didn't say he hates Jews. Find the clip. Obama said it was free under Obamacare. And he said you keep your doctor. That was all lies. And it doesn't matter what social justice warrior says. Okay? It doesn't matter. My family was, and I'm proud of this, literally at the heart of starting the Texas Revolution. on my mom's side. We raised Colonel Travis's son. I mean, on my dad's side, the Revolutionary War. Both sides of my family on the Mayflower. I'm so proud of my ancestors. They were just, almost all of them were just these awesome, super badass patriots. And you sit there and you call in and you tell me I'm not for real and that I'm an operation. You don't make me sad because you attack my good name. You make me sad because you're such a dishonorable coward. And you're not going to win. You understand that? No matter what you do. I intend to win. We're going to take the country back. And our ideas will end up being on national television in the end. They're even saying that in the New York Times. They're panicking. Freedom trumps all your garbage all day. And I don't mean that as a pun. And I don't completely trust Trump. But he knows which way the wind's blowing. Bare minimum. And I think he's good at heart. You don't have to be perfect, but man, who wants to gut the country and make everybody poor? So you can all be equally miserable. So I want to go to Eric and Josh and Jeff and Chris and all of it. This guy, these people are always the same. He'll make statements and let me talk. You're going to let me now, Alex, because he craves the control. So they want you poured under their control so they dole out and tell their OCD. And they tell you how everything runs. Don't tell me how to behave. Don't tell me what to do. Don't do all your little OCD clicks and ticks. Just make your counter statements for 60 seconds or longer if you'd like. Mr. Social Justice Warrior, go ahead.
3 hours of you talking about the fake left-right paradigm, followed by 10 minutes of commercials, richmoney.rich.com, snake oil commercials, products that I've ordered that don't work. You are the epitome, Mr. Jones, of a charlatan. You're you're actually leading sheep to the chessboard. That's all you're doing. And now that you've really shown your true colors by climbing into bed with the likes of people like, Donald Trump, Larry Nichols, et cetera, you have shown your hand to be what you are, Alex, a true fraudster. You're just in it for the money. I mean, your whole staging, your whole marketing, your whole presentation with your suits and you're just, you know, all of the money that you've made it on the ignorance of the audience that tunes into you.
All right. I'm going to respond to you now. You talk for 1 minute. You understand how local affiliates and radio works. There are network ads. There are local ads. There are syndication ads. There's like 4 or 5 different types of ads depending on how you're listening. Okay? So I hear that ad you mentioned all over national radio. It's a national buy. It's on the network. And I have been offered those type of sponsors. I don't take them. When you hear it, it's my voice or one of my reporters. And I absolutely love X2. When I'm having allergies or coughing, I mean, Lung Cleanse works great for me. On third-party sites, it's got 5-star reviews by the hundreds and hundreds. So absolutely, I am proud that we open up a shop to promote freedom and fund ourselves. Then they sent founding fathers over to France and sit there at parties and beg and sell little American flags, you know, try to get money for the revolution. Most revolutionaries, you know, rob banks and stuff. And some revolutions, people have their wives whore out. And people see that as honorable in some revolutions. I wouldn't do that. So, you know, we're not having our wives at a brothel to fund this. We're not robbing banks. We're like selling air purifiers and water purifiers that if you're not using, you're nuts, that I personally use. I'm going to skip this network break here. And you don't say where my politics are wrong. Larry Nichols is scum. Larry Nichols, if you don't know who he is, never talks about it. I know people that were in the military at the time. He was a Green Beret officer who fought communists all over Latin America and Africa and was highly decorated and was sent by the CIA to basically be embedded with the Clintons because Clinton was CIA and prepare him for the governorship. And that guy, when the Clintons started killing kids, he went public and they tried to kill him. And you know, the guy, it's like Christ is on the cross and he's got, you know, the thief and the murderer beside him. I forget which one it is. And, you know, one of them apologizes and repents and God felt it and said, you'll be with me in paradise tonight. And you sit there with Larry Nichols calling him a charlatan when I happen to know that there have been times when he's supposed to be on the show and they're there with defibrillators. That guy has been died. Okay, he didn't want us to talk about it. I am. That guy has been